Forensic Accounting, SPOM Set C, Paper 7. What is widely recognized credential in the forensic field? Certified forensic accountant, no. Certified fraud accountant, no. Certified forensic examiners, no. Certified fraud examiner, yes. The AICPA defined forensic accounting as including fundamental knowledge and charting knowledge, no. Professional interviewing skills, no. Specialized forensic knowledge, yes. Detailed gap experience, no. What is an example of fraud risk indicator in relation to expense and vendor onboarding? Unexplained financial condition of the organization, no. Shifting of fund through fictitious assets or inflated expense in the books of account, yes. Personal profiteering, yes. And kickback through vendor employee collusion, yes. Which of the following is not a component of data analysis? Artificial intelligence, statistical techniques, no. Natural language processing, yes. Machine learning, no. Which one is the most appropriate? Which one is most appropriate potential red flag in the procurement process? High value or duplicate invoice payment, no. Invoices booked at the end of the financial year or end of the quarter, no. Payment date before invoice date, yeah, it should be C. Goods received before issuance of purchase order, no. It's the most appropriate potential red flag. Payment date before invoice date. In the context of forensic accounting and investigation engagement, what is the purpose of establishing chain of custody? To authenticate the professional expertise in gathering evidence, no. To expedite the court proceedings and trial preparation, no. To prove the competence of the professional carrying out the engagement, no. To ensure the integrity and authenticity of collected data and evidence. The answer should be D. What is the purpose of formulating hypothesis in forensic accounting engagement? To gather methodical and effective evidence, no. To maintain objectivity and balance between professional skepticism and neutrality. Which FAI standard requires conducting preliminary procedures and due diligence when assessing the condition for appointment in forensic accounting engagement? Is FAI 220. What differentiates the forensic accounting and investigation standards? By ICAI. They are engagement specific, requiring strict adherence to procedures during the engagement, no. They are rule based, no. They are principle based, yes, allowing sufficient discretion to apply principle to unique cases. If a professional is performing forensic task within an assurance engagement, which of the following is most accurate regarding the applicability of his? If a professional is performing forensic task within an assurance engagement, phase would not apply. Which of the following is not considered a fundamental principle of forensic accounting and investigation? Providing an opinion. Answer is A. A professionally qualified accountant who is a member of a recognized professional body like ICAI, is bound by which of the following when handling forensic accounting engagement? Only FAI standard, no. FAI standard and CA Act 1949, no. FAI standard, yes. CA Act 1949, yes. ICA Code of Ethics, yes. And other relevant ICA pronouncement. Which of the following is an effective measures to prevent fraud within company? Implementing a strong and unique password, training employee to identify fraud risk and how to report them, enforcing rigorous internal control, yes, and frequently auditing financial process, yes, establishing clear agreement and monitoring compliance. No. What type of fraud involves deliberately altering, hiding, or misrepresenting information, intentional deceptions, breach of trust, taking advantage of weakness, fraudulent or dishonest practice? The answer should be A. But as per ICA, the answer is D. Which of the following best describe the form of occupational fraud where company resources or assets are stolen by employee? Bribery, no. Fraud in financial reporting, no. Stolen by employee. Assets theft or misappropriation, yes. What terms refers to fraudulent schemes where a borrower uses a third party with better credit to secure loan, किसी और की जगह लोन लेना? Mortgage fraud rescue, no. Loan fraud application, no. Loan restructuring fraud, no. C. Straw buyer scheme. What are the potential effects of cyber crime on individual and the business as well? Interruption in vital services and harassments, no. High cost for prevention, recovery and international concern, a spread of virus, financial damage, harm to reputations, identity theft, cybercrime. What is common fraudulent activity associated with shell companies? It's for money laundering activities. What is one common reason for committing financial statement fraud? To increase personal compensation and bonuses, no. To project the company as financially stable, no. To achieve or surpass expected earnings. This is the one common reason. Which method of financial statement manipulation did a company uses to artificially boost its earning? Reporting unearned discounts as revenue, misusing estimates, creating fake payrolls, capitalizing operational costs. This is the method to artificially boost its earning, capitalizing operational cost. Penalties for directors involved in financial statement fraud under Companies Act. Under Companies Act, it's 7 years of imprisonment and 1 crore rupees. 7 years and fine up to 1 crore. According to SEBI LODR regulations, what is the primary purpose of audit committee? According to SEBI LODR regulation, what is the primary purpose of audit committee? To categorize the reports fraud based on severity, to set up fraud investigation cells for monitoring suspicious activity, no. To improve corporate governance and minimize fraud risk. What could be a potential outcome of financial statement fraud? Accurate evaluation of company's growth potential, severe consequences for business, investors, and broader economy. The answer is B. Which authority is responsible for investigating financial crime? Financial crimes such as money laundering and terrorist financing, it's ED. What is the most effective way? What is the most effective way for professionals to engage with experts in forensic investigation? Review and analyze the expert response carefully, verify the expert qualification and credential, formulate clear and detailed question for the expert. Yes. express gratitude. No. What is the primary objective? What is the primary objective of creating a data collection plan in forensic audit? To identify necessary information and its source, yes. To ensure the security and preservation of collected data, to establish timeline of for the audit activity, to interview relevant stakeholders for insights. So the primary objectives is to identify necessary information and its resources. Which statistical principle helps to detect fraud by analyzing the distribution of the digit in the dataset? It's a Winford law. What is the main purpose of structuring a forensic accounting report? Forensic accounting report. Main purpose of structuring. To comply with legal or regulatory requirements, to interpret the findings from the investigation, to organize evidence for legal proceedings, to communicate the information in logical and comprehensive manner. What happens after the charge are framed against individual in fraud case? After the charge are framed against individual in fraud case, issuing a warning, filing a lawsuit, trial proceeding, preparing a defense. C. Trial proceedings. Which of the following should not be included? Not be included in fraud examination report. Fraud examination report. Which is not a part of fraud examination report. A section summarizing the facts and finding of the investigation. Yes, it is. A section that assesses the guilt or innocence of the suspect. No, it is not. A section offering suggesting for improving procedures and control. Yes, it is. A section detailing the range of issues reviewed during the investigation. So it is. So what should not be included? The answer should be B. What is recommended way to organize the present what is the recommended way to organize and present the findings in fraud examination report? Based on the sequence, no. Organized by suspects involved, no. In chronological order, yes. Any of the above method, no. It should be chronological order. A well-written fraud examination report should have which of the following characteristics? Well-written fraud examination reports characteristics: clear and easy to understand, yes. It should be based purely on facts, yes. Unbiased and impartial, yes. All of the above. The answer should be D. Which is not an intended purpose of follow-up for recommendation section in fraud examination report? To calculate the total financial loss caused by misconduct. No, it's not an intended purpose. To suggest necessary action, to highlight any incomplete aspect of the investigation, to offer recommendation related to improve organizational procedures and controls. So the answer should be A. When drafting a fraud examination report, which of the following is appropriate to include? In drafting a fraud examination report, documentation or report provided by expert, yes. Personal opinion regarding the guilt of a party involved, no. Assessment of the credibility of witness, no. Who is primarily responsible for monitoring organizational, financial, accounting and auditing activity? It's audit committee. Answer should be B. Which of the following statement about an anti-fraud policy is not true? It should outline the possible disciplinary actions for fraudulent activity. Fraud awareness training should only be delivered through formal education method. No. Which of the following is not a prevention of internal control? Sharing information on need to know basis, no. Segregation of duty, no. Regular auditing, it's not a preventive internal control. Implementing logical access control. Which of the following is not considered the most effective way? Which of the following is considered the most effective way to prevent fraud? Having an open door policy, raising awareness about detection methods, employee screening, performing Covert audits. So the most effective way to prevent fraud is raising awareness about detection method. If management chooses to purchase a contract to mitigate a potential forward contract to mitigate a potential risk identified in a fraud risk assessment, this is an example of transferring the risk. So the answer should be C. Reducing the risk, avoiding the risk, accepting the risk, no, transferring the risk. The answer should be C.